Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Earth Growing Together. I'm Roger Hanson, your host, and today we are back with Bob Dub in New Zealand. She's going to do a walk around with us, and we just to give a recap of how everything from episode 1 to now. I'd like to first ask Bob Dub, first of all, what's the weather like now compared to what it was last week? Because I noticed it's beautiful out there.
Magnificent day. This is what is so deceptive about New Zealand, is you get these absolutely glorious, magnificent days once in a moon. Since I spoke to you last, it's been wet and windy and overcast, and we've had some really, really serious flooding down in South Island by Kaikoura. Rivers have burst their banks, and there's been all sorts of real intense stuff happening. But today is beautiful, absolutely glorious.
Yeah, it is. Now, for the audience, for the viewers, man, tell them what they're about to see today, Bob Dub.
Okay, so first of all, please let me say, wait, hold on, aren't you going to do weather too?
Well, I mean, with us, I can tell you one thing. I can tell you, we have still been having hot days. But the weird part is just after we did our last episode, okay, and I'm not kidding you, it was 93 degrees here, which is 36 or 30 degrees Celsius, I think Mark said, in England.
Yeah, 30, yeah.
At that temperature, it just started raining, and I mean, it was a hailstorm, not a hailstorm, but it was huge. I mean, just downpour. Okay, and this is in 90-something degree weather, and that's the weirdest thing that's happened here. And it's just been hot and humid for the entire time. It's not as bad, it wasn't, it's not close to 100 degrees, but it is still hot and humid. And you're right too. You're right too. But Mark, what about your neck of the woods? What's your weather?
I'm virtually the same as you. Today we've had a really hot day again. Up to about same as you, around 33 degrees centigrade, 91 degrees Fahrenheit.
Have you had rainfall?
Because I'm on the third floor of a building, and I've been in here most of the day. I've been absolutely melting. So I actually just went out for half an hour just before we started, just to get some fresh air and just to have a walk.
Yeah. Have you been getting rain too, though?
No, not that I noticed. No, it's been relatively dry for the last couple of days.
Interesting.
It's normal in Africa for there to be rain when there's very, very hot weather. Usually what happens is that around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the clouds have all built up and all the evaporation has caused these great big cumulus clouds. And so around about 2, they just break and you have wonderful, cooling weather. And then after that, you get warm evenings again.
Actually, funnily enough, I'm sweating now.
Just talking about the weather makes you sweat. It's messed up, isn't it? It's like I'm sitting here just thinking I'm going to start sweating too. But the coffee doesn't help.
I'm just looking at my image on this camera, and I've got sweat. I've got a very sort of bright sort of forehead, shiny forehead.
So,
well, even in South Africa, I spoke to my dad yesterday or the day before, I think actually, and he has just gone out and bought himself a heater because he's so cold there.
Oh,
it's
wow.
very, very, very unusual. So we're having a real cold snap here in the south while you're having such hot weather there in the north.
My goodness. So with walk around and everything on your property. I guess the first best question to ask is how long have you and Colin been growing on that property? I mean, how long have you guys been doing this? Because this is a pretty big project. You know what I mean? This isn't a garden.
No, this isn't a garden. I think he's had this for about 18 years.
Wow. That's a lot of
So
effort.
he bought it before the global financial crisis of 2008.
Mhm.
And he brought it with the job that he was at, and he bought it instead of an insurance policy. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I've got something frozen.
Oh, well, I can see. I can see it fine.
Good.
You are doing great.
Okay, all right. Okay, so he's had it. So then the financial crisis came, and he lost his job. So he left Australia and he came back here because at least he had a place to live. And he was unemployed for 2 years and just sort of hanging out. And then he managed to find a job down in Wellington, which is the capital city. And that's where we met. That's where I moved in with him. I was renting his spare room in his apartment. And then more and more.
That's a love
We
story.
moved up here.
That's a love story in the making right there.
Yes, it is a love story. It's a wonderful love story. So we moved here in 2018 from Wellington. He left his job and he started freelancing again. So that was 10 years after he'd lost his first job. And so we've lived here and we've been freelancing. And then when he got cancer, he worked all the way through his cancer. And I think as soon as he was given the all clear, I'm not sure, and he was exhausted and miserable and awful. And as soon as he was given the all clear on his cancer, the boss called him in and said, actually, your work isn't up to scratch. You haven't been meeting your deadlines. And he said, well, actually, I've been having chemotherapy. And his boss said, bye.
Oh my God.
So that's why he's been trying to build this new app. And he bought the drones.
I'm just curious, what sort of background is he in? Or was he in?
He's a genius.
He's a genius. He is. He's a computer architect and a security expert, and I guess a senior developer. That just comes with the territory, right?
Slightly different fields, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the app he's been doing with Codex, but he won't use Lovable like Quantum and I. He says, no, that's not how he does it. He knows how to do actual real programming, and he's not going to use an AI assistant.
Good on him.
So he doesn't approve of
As somebody who's I haven't done any development in years now, but as somebody who grew up with programming languages from mid-80s, I sort of, as you know, I am a bit questionable about so-called machine learning coding. Yeah.
Well, he says having used Codex, he never wants to go back to coding because it takes all the grunt work out of it, But it's also very, very challenging because he has to learn how to prompt, which is a completely new, different set of skills, something that nobody can teach you because everything's so new. Yeah.
That is cool.
Interesting.
Now,
Anyway, so that's sort of the history.
that's a good one. That really is. And I know this might sound really, really weird, but actually, I was wondering, do you guys have an entranceway?
An entranceway
Yeah.
to the property.
To the property, to the kiwi orchard or whatever.
we saw it straight at the beginning.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but we did. I don't think the viewers did though.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, let me take you down there now then. I'm not quite sure.
I know it sounds
what
weird,
the-
but a lot of people love to see the entrance ways to stuff like this. Like
Okay.
you realize you're like in the Garden of Eden, right? Like I don't understand.
I know.
I don't understand why you're not eating kiwi right now while we're talking. Just being.
Because there's none on the vines, bro. Look,
I would.
you check the vines.
I'm telling you, dude. If it was me, if I was there, you guys would be so mad at me because I'd be eating all your kiwi.
So here's the thing, Roger. They pick them before they're ripe.
Oh, that's not cool.
So we don't get ripe kiwis to ever eat. These are picked and taken to the cold store because otherwise they don't travel to the other side of the world properly. So we very, very seldom to eat our own fruit.
That is awesome. Well, not that.
Yeah?
Not that. Just what I'm seeing there. That just blows my mind.
Look, there's some right there.
Okay, this is too high for the pickers to reach.
There you
They
go.
got that thing they do where they can reach up and grab it.
Well, Bob Dubs can. She's not even able to reach it. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
You take it.
So the pickers are paid per bucket that they pick. So they don't stop and wait around and mess around for high fruit.
Yeah.
If the fruit is,
Okay.
that's why pruning is so important. You've got to prune the whole thing so that the vines come down here. And the vines, you can see, are threaded across this top layer
That is so beautiful.
so that somebody can just walk through here. And this here, these little funny sticks, you see these little sticks here? This is where the kiwi fruit were. So they pick them off, they just click, 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 click,
See, that's
and you leave these funny little.
So they grow very similar like apples and pears.
Yes,
Yeah.
apples is another very big, very, very big crop, but not here in the North Island. That's in South Island. Yeah.
Have you ever?
you're muted, Robert.
Have you ever?
No, he isn't.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a way too. You can clip
They
them
got
without.
Well, there's a way
because
too. You
on
can
some
clip them
plants, they say
without
you gotta watch out,
because on some plants they say you got to watch out because you can cause damage to the plant
Yes.
when you remove the crops
Yes.
from it. You can split it, but if we take like a small scissors and cut the tops of them off without damaging the plant or the fruit, but you still get both done. And you take a 2 liter or a 2 liter soda, put it on a 2-foot pole, and where you can slide that over and slide them down.
Interesting.
Because that's what they do here.
For picking what?
Like apples, pears,
Apples. Mm-hmm.
oranges as well. They
Awesome.
would sit there with
Awesome.
things and just pop them right off, and it don't hurt damage the plant at all.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
really
explain-
good. Okay.
Continue our walk here. Let's not-
Okay. I
This
came
is-
down to the road. So
That-
town is that way, right?
That is
And
beautiful.
then there, looking over there, I think you can see the volcano. Hold up, let me move a little bit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw it earlier. Yeah.
Here we go.
We get a volcano
see the
in
volcano
this video
there?
too, man.
That's Mount Manganui.
Yes.
And that is Tauranga Harbour that we're seeing in the distance.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
See now
we're up in the hills.
see right here.
Is that road usually this quiet? It's not a main road as such.
No. We're in a little back of beyond place.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is our entranceway, and this here is the loadout area. And we're one of the only people in the neighborhood to have a loadout area. So people use ours during the harvest, which is kind of cool. But it would be cooler if they would help for the upkeep of it. Because, as you can see, it really needs new surface, right?
I was just thinking that you should really charge a nominal fee for that, because again, maintenance and stuff.
Yes. Well, the guy across the road, that guy, Pete, he's a sweetheart. He comes and mows the lawn here and keeps this front looking good. So once every couple of weeks, he jumps on his ride-on and comes and gives us a haircut. Oh, look. See that hawk there? That's Carly. That hawk came. Do you see it? There. No. That hawk came after Carly's funeral.
Okay.
We've never had a hawk here. When I got back from Auckland, that hawk was here. So every time I see it, I say that it's Carly. But I actually know that it isn't. I know that it's a bird. But it just makes me happy to pretend that she's here in the form of a bird. Okay, so I showed you the entrance. Phew, you're making me walk up and down. What do you want me to show you next?
Your exercise for the day.
Yeah, for the month, bro.
You have done good. Thank you. That's actually pretty cool because, I mean, that's all I'm saying is it's really weird with people who are into gardening and stuff like that. Like, they really love to see the entranceways. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's really strange. So I figured I'd mention that now. I guess the best way to do it is like how do you guys deal with like your compost and stuff? Because I know that's a big project, but how do you what kind of composting and stuff like that do you guys do for the ground?
Yeah, we use God's method.
Just let it do it naturally.
Okay, let it just break down. Yeah.
Whatever drops, they put in a lot of fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
They put in a lot of fertilizer and they put a lot of sprays on. And actually, I think you can see here, these leaves, the way they've gone all brown.
Yeah.
And these are diseased. These are one of the things that they've actually sprayed 3 sprays on, because with the huge amount of rain that we had this year, the plants got diseased. So they've sprayed for the disease, they've sprayed for mold, they've sprayed for something else, and then I think that they do another, like a liquid fertilizer, where but they'll only do that in spring.
I imagine that kiwi's been such a soft fruit, they do rot quite easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. I mean, because like when you say God's method, that makes me think now about irrigation. Like, what do you guys do when it comes to irrigating all that?
New Zealand has so much water. We very, very, very seldom are without water. If there's a dry year, it's really bizarre and unusual. And then we can do some things, certain things. We can, to a limited extent, we can use the hose pipes. We just pull them onto the blocks here and just leave them running. Just turn the water on and just leave it running for a couple of days. And it's a borehole, so we don't have to pay for it.
Okay.
But if it's really, really dry, no, there's nothing we can do. There are some kiwi fruit orchards in some areas, very dry areas, that have irrigation. The problem with this one, when they put the irrigation in, They put it in here on the ground between the stem, and then some idiot mowed over it with the tractor and absolutely destroyed it. And it was more expensive to repair it than it was to pull it out. So it got pulled out. The best thing, if we do put irrigation in, the best thing would be to run the irrigation things along the wires here, the wires that support the main vine. So you can see there are posts, there are main posts, and then there are cross. The cross posts keeps the weight of the vine, the what they call the runners. But the main vine here, this is the main vine, is supported on this little piece of wire. And so if we were to put in irrigation, we would thread it through that wire and put in a drip system. But I don't know, the Callum just says the return on that would be negligible.
Yeah, especially when you say that you guys are always raining, the weather changes like
Always raining. Always raining. It's amazing.
What about them rain barrels and all that you always see them on? You can always set something like that up too, to where when it does rain, you have a setup to where you capture the rainwater, but then it helps to supply your garden with fresh water at times when, especially when it gets real hot and all that, and keep the water bill down. But you can do it like that.
So it very, very seldom gets hot.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 or 6 days a year go into the 30s.
I was wondering. I was just wondering, could you show us your bees?
Well, no, not really.
Oh, okay.
There is one hive here. I can't open it because it's the middle of winter and the bees will freeze to death.
Oh no, I wasn't saying open now. It's just getting an idea what like how close are they to your plants and all that.
Yeah. Well, like I was telling you, I've had a real major disaster here. The kiwi fruit's not the only stuff that's suffered from the weather. My whole apiary has died. So I have one hive remaining, and it's very weak. I don't know if it's going to get through the winter. Then there's another hive that's down in the avocados that I haven't checked on for a few weeks, so I don't know how it's doing. I can show you the one that's here, but like I say, I'm actually in quite a dismal situation at the moment.
How is it to repopulate bee colonies?
The problem is that we think that our hives have got American foul brood in them. And with that, the bacteria, disease, the everything gets all into the soil. And yeah, I know, look, Callum's closed this one up. It's died. No, this one's died too. So this was where they were. I don't know. Yeah, but just what a pity.
I was wondering about that because they were showing there's a beetle that climbs up into it and all that, evades the honey and destroys
I know
the
what
honey.
you mean. That's a American species.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really impractical for you to, let's say, have a new colony because of the issue of.
I'll just have to move it, Mark. I'll just have to move it. I have to destroy the hives that I've got here that we think are infected. You have to dig a big hole in the ground, put all the hives into the hole, pour paraffin on them, and burn them.
Okay.
And then you have to burn your gloves and any equipment that you've used with them. And so it's actually a huge financial blow because you just basically you're starting again from zero with new equipment. So we haven't decided what to do yet.
Because on the thing they were showing and explaining that, like, if you have them in a shaded area, that beetle mainly goes into nice warm, damp areas. They go into the hive. They do, and that's why
The weevil.
The we. Oh, okay.
I was
Sorry, I'm
actually
asking you.
Actually, yeah, so I wasn't thinking of beetle, and then I was thinking of a particular fly. Again, as I think it mainly just North America.
We have a few. The main problem that we have is lice. Lice, what are they called? Can't remember their name, but they're a tiny, tiny little thing that gets into the cell where the grub is before the bees wax cap it off and protect it. So as the grub is turning into a bee, there are lice in there and they eat the bee's wings off as they're forming. So you get something called deformed wing disease. Varroa mites, they're called. And they're a huge pest. So we have to treat for those twice a year. That's one of the bad things. Wax moth is terrible.
What is
Wax moth.
that? What is? Can you explain that to me? What is
Wax
that?
moth.
Yeah.
It's a white moth, and it climbs into the hive and it lays its eggs in the wax. And then when the baby moths hatch, they eat the wax. They eat the honeycombs. And so you get all this horrible powdery wax all over the place. And it just gets destroyed. Mice, of course, a huge problem. Because, I mean, you can see this is wild land here. It's not all mown grassland.
Yeah.
It's hectic. So yeah, mice are a massive problem that climb in. And wasps. Wasps are terrible. They go in through the door and sting the bees to death.
Yeah. What kind are they the type for insect where they attack the insects, the wasps do, or are they just mainly for the bees?
Which insects?
There's like any kind of insects that like attacks your crop, like ants or any kind of other insects that's around. There's a wasp that mainly eats insects. They attack anything of insects, mosquitoes, other
Wasps?
yeah, and they attack other wasps as well too and eats them.
Yes. Our wasps have two main cycles, right? They have time where they eat protein and they're looking for protein, and then they have a time where they're looking for sugar. So there are times during the year that they will attack the bees to eat them, and then there are other times of the year that they will steal the honey.
Okay,
So they're an all out and out bad thing. I don't think that they're very helpful with the pests that we have here.
okay, so they're not the ones that I thought they were. And another, are they from ground, or they make up a big old like a big old bomb thing, big old book, like
Yes.
a nest, like out of leaves. They break up the leaves.
Yes.
And, okay,
We have about 4 different species. And some of them make those paper nests that, those ones aren't actually very dangerous to the bees. Those are called German wasps, I think.
Okay.
Or
But they're the
paper
ones
wasps.
they're the ones I'm thinking that does the thing of they eat other insects. They do, and like if you can have set it up to where stick them in some kind of warm container for like you were saying about the cold spell, but keep them going. And like you move your bees to another area far away from one another, to where the walls that them are set with inside of your farming, where anything that goes up into it will get hit by the wasps, the ones that eat insects. Any kind of insects comes up, it will get hit by them. It's another way of insect. It would be insect repellent without having to add that much insect repellent to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I found out too that if you you have to look it up on the ingredients of different types of pesticides. There are certain types of chemicals that will only they found out here in the U.S. that certain type of chemicals will only hit bees, honeybees, and it affects them. Like just this year, last year we lost over 1 billion bees. We did.
Yeah.
The largest amounts that the U.S. has ever lost.
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking about them, because if you have them two set up.
You're referring to the allegations around what's the thing, Roundup. Come on board. We launched Roundup, but there was
that was one of them. But we actually have had a few natural things that happen natural here in the United States besides Roundup. But yeah, that was one of them. Yeah. Now, one thing I do want to mention, though, because Robert started talking about the hornets and everything, and wildlife in general. Like when it comes to your guys' property, do you have to deal with certain wildlife that likes to come in and try to cause problems or anything of that nature?
Yeah. There were no natural mammals in New Zealand before colonization, I believe. So it was a bird land. And things have been introduced. Our main problem is possums. The possums will come and they'll eat the avocados. But they're not so keen on the kiwi fruit, although they will take them. But the birds, the parrots and the lorikeets and the waxeyes, those are a disaster in the crops. Feral cats are a big problem. People abandon their cats here in the rural areas. And so then we have kittens growing up wild, and they get all sorts of terrible things like cat rabies and that stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have deer. We have bunnies. Bunnies are a disaster.
Yeah,
because they
I was just thinking
holes.
rabbits. Yeah, I was just thinking both Australia and New Zealand are well known for rabbit infestations.
Yes. Callan's got a tutu, but you have to go and sit real quiet and wait for them to come out. And like there's so many things to do. Sitting for an hour and waiting for bunnies is not high on the list. But they are a disaster because they get in amongst the roots and they burrow, and then people who are walking through the orchard to do stuff, fall into the holes, twist your ankle, because you're busy. You're looking up, you're looking at the vines, you're doing stuff. You're not looking where your feet are going.
Well, I can't think of. I forget the name of the plant, the little guy, but he's real small, but he's the dangerous little sucker. He is. I mean, he takes on the rabbits and wins, snakes, rats, and all. This little thing, he's
Talking
so
about ferrets.
big.
Ferrets.
Okay.
Ferret or mongoose?
Mongoose, maybe, yeah. Yeah, mongoose.
Yeah, he's real thin and round, and he's a little long little thing, but he's quick as all get out. I mean,
Weasels, maybe.
I don't know. I just know he's small, but he's fast, and he took.
Well, when we were younger,
Um,
see, Robert's a fan of Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Ricky Tikki Tavi is one of the best stories ever. Yes.
Well,
No,
yeah, but
but-
I've seen this one little thing take a full-size chicken down and put it in its nest. It
Huh.
shoved the whole bird up in the hole in the ground. Okay, and he take
Yeah.
on some good-sized animals, and even a dog
Yeah.
won't mess with it. Okay.
We hardly have any mammals here in New Zealand. We have some stoats, we have some rats, but the government poisons everywhere with a poison called 1080. And they put this terrible, terrible, terrible poison out, and it destroys all the wildlife in that area. But then when the birds regenerate, they regenerate faster because now there's no stoats and rats. But it's a very big, very serious, controversial poisoning program because we're only one of 2 countries in the world that uses this particular poison. And it's been shown, apparently, to break down naturally, but only in water. So we've had incidents of deer being poisoned and people's dogs, and yep, it's very controversial and it's a very difficult subject amongst the
What's the
Kiwi.
country? You said 2 countries. What's the other country?
Don't know. I used to know, but it's gone out of my mind. I can't remember.
Well, this one fruit, it's shaped like a ball, but it's got spikes. Was at my aunt's house. This is stuff that, like, as long as your pets don't eat it, but you can leave it out, and like squirrels, rats, mice, cockroaches, and all that, when it eats this stuff, it kills it. It does. But it grows in your yard, on a tree, it does. But it's big.
Mhm.
But it's good. It's big enough that it takes on, like, when like a deer comes up and eats it, it will kill even a deer. This fruit does. It looks like an apple, but you don't want to bite into it. It will literally kill you.
Poisonous. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's natural,
Okay.
but it does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking about sodium fluorescite or fluorescate.
What, 1080?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also known by its trade name, compound 1080.
Yes. Do you have the other country there that uses it?
Just looking. Species in Western Australia. New Zealand. Looks like actually a couple. Australia under the, it might not be called 1080 because 1080 is a specific brand name.
Right.
New Zealand and United States and other countries.
Okay, I lied. I'm
1080
sorry.
1080 is also used in Mexico, Japan, Korea, and Israel.
Okay, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. Sorry, guys. Misinformation.
Well, I'm just reading from Wikipedia, so it
Yeah.
might not be
Yeah.
absolutely accurate, but
But you know what you
it,
could
it
always
might not
Yeah,
be
yeah.
called 1080
Yeah,
because, again, that's a specific brand name.
We know the whole thing about Wikipedia and stuff, but now this is actually the good time because it's 6:41 my time, and what I wanted to do is leave open 10 minutes for everybody. I know Robert's been talking a lot, and so is Mark, but these are actually something that I want to kind of include you guys in with the questions I want to ask because, you know, Bob Dub has been walking around, she's showing us her property and everything, so I wanted to ask you guys questions to get your take on specific questions, okay?
Okay.
Now, with the video that we watch, or that we're watching right now with the walk around she's doing, what surprises you guys the most about it? Or what sticks out to you that's kind of like a surprise to you?
I was a bit surprised about the size of the operation. I wasn't expecting it to be. How many acres did you say? You mentioned it a couple weeks ago.
We have 4.5 hectares. So this is one block that I'm showing you that you've seen here. And we have about 30, I think, of these. So just this one that I've been showing you is I'm just here because it's close to the Wi-Fi. But if I was to take you down the back, you would see that there's a whole big field of these. So 4.5 hectares.
Which would be about 11 acres or
Acres.
45,000 square meters.
Right.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. You know, them bees I was telling you about, that one that they're meat eaters and all that. Okay. Okay. How's your country? Does your country
hold
have
up,
anything
Robert.
about them?
Hold up. My question was for you: is what out of all of this that you've seen has surprised you?
Oh, okay. Well, what really surprises me is that, well, like you got that shade there on the plants and all that, and for all the what is the plant's pH level for the soil? Because like, I mean, to keep it going and all that, 'cause they have a thing about so many years you got to replace the plant. I was wondering about that.
What is you, Robert? Robert,
Huh?
what's the problem?
I was wondering, how long you said that they were going for 18 years? Do they have a thing about the time that you got to replant them? You know, replant the plant. You know, after so many years.
Okay, sorry, I'll go back.
And like the pH level of the plant.
Oh, you mean more turn the earth? Turn
Yeah.
the earth. Yeah.
Are you able to hear us, Bob Dubs? I think she's having some.
I can hear you. Sorry,
Okay.
I went too far.
That's what
I'm going back.
That's what I was kind of wondering, because it started sounding
Sorry,
like it
I
was
didn't
breaking up.
notice.
Hey, it's their
Yeah.
fault. It's not yours. Always blame Mark and Robert and me. You're the one showing us like the coolest stuff on the face of the planet right now, dude. It's like I love this. So
It's very awesome.
yeah. Now I've got more questions, Robert. And this is the questions I want to ask you and Mark, because Bob Dubs already said what she needs to say. If she wants to answer, she can. But this is the second one, okay? Now, when it comes to what you've seen here, how different is New Zealand from where you live?
In what sense?
Comparing what you've seen on this video to how it is where you live, how different is it?
Well, obviously, we haven't got any sort of volcanoes in the UK. I don't know. Again, we only looking at one very small area of New Zealand there. No, it's I probably could find go to somewhere like Kent and find wine vineyards very similar.
Mm-hmm. Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Robert was wanting to talk, but he accidentally kept himself muted out. You got to unmute, Robert.
Well, like that area there.
You're still muted.
With insects and
Can't hear anything, guys.
Robert, you're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
muted, and
Okay. Sorry about that.
no. I mean, I just asked you a question. Don't I know what you were getting ready? Just get rid of all that.
Well, okay.
What's different from what you've seen here, from where you live right now?
Oh, from here? Well, like she said, it's not. It's pretty good. Just that, like when you, if there's a small person, what you call fit under there to break up the soil, keep it nice, because
What's different?
No, but
what's different? Oh, like what size of plant?
No,
I mean,
what is different between what you're seeing here and the way it is where you live?
Oh, okay. Well, quite a bit. I mean, you just it'd be real hard because of the climates for one. Two, we would have problems like like you said about the insects, and because like here we have them groundhogs that tears up all that up. But beyond that, and we have wide varieties of different things for pollination. We have them hummingbirds as well, and like the bees and that would even be even more here. It would help out with growing them plants like that, because the insects would be less, and so would the other wildlife as well, because they would have all that to worry about if you set up a nest.
Okay, so now it's my turn, because Robert is just a beast. I swear, he is such a beast. Now, the thing that did stick out to me, like what Robert mentioned, was like you guys have the possums. We do have possums, and
yes,
but the thing that with us is the difference is like the groundhogs, and a lot of people are trying to say don't worry about groundhogs because they don't want to get into your gardens or anything. But that's the reason why I actually had to stop, was because it was either I had to make a choice of either killing groundhogs or stop gardening. You know what I mean? And I would rather just not garden than to start getting crazy and killing animals because they were invading my yard, you know. But that's one issue. And then the whole thing about the insects, I'm amazed with the fact that you guys don't have very many insects and stuff in New Zealand. That's a big difference there for us. And like, do you have fireflies at least?
Fireflies, we have lots and lots and lots of fireflies, but they're all in the caves. They're up more in the mountains and in the fjords. So not really around here so much. We do have stink bugs. Stink bugs are really bad. They're the ones that bring the mossy soot, the sooty mold.
Mm-hmm.
So
now,
hey, what?
Robert wanted to know, what about bats?
Bats.
Yeah, like bats.
Here on the orchard? No. But I guess in the caves, yep, there would be some bats. I don't know, actually. Mark, you're going to need to look that up for me.
I'm not sure. I know UK bat are generally protected species.
Yes.
Yeah, but they use them for insect population.
Robert mentioned, he said that they use them for insect population, but you know, I mean, with here maybe that would work and everything, but like I don't know for sure if that would apply when it comes to the New Zealand. I would even think like I think the only thing that looks similar to me would be like Ireland.
There's two, possibly three species of bats in New Zealand. Got the long-tailed bat, lesser short-tailed bat, and possibly, but the greatest short-tailed bat, but that has not been seen in New Zealand in 1967, so it could be.
Oh,
extinct.
wow. So maybe not. Huh. Interesting. No, not around here at all. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a bat since I've been to New Zealand.
Just try to look at sort of habitat.
Okay, so this one is a tough one. This is a tough question for Mark and Robert.
Okay.
So when it comes to everything that you've seen here, what would you love to try when it comes to doing stuff like this? What's one thing that you would actually be interested in trying if you were doing something like this?
Personally, I'm not really a gardening outdoors sort of person, to be fair. If I have been, I will just leave that to the professionals, leave it to Bob.
Now, Bob Dub did mention the fact that Colum is wanting to set up drones and stuff and do things like that. Now, that's actually pretty technical. That's. I mean, that caught my attention. You know.
Yeah.
I mean.
So the reason for that is that the biggest loss of money in the industry is in logistics. The sending an extra truck, sending extra bins, sending extra workers to a place, and then you have to take them all away, and you've wasted the petrol, you've wasted the time. Yep. So what Callum's trying to do is provide an accurate... Oh, look, we've had birds walking around. I don't know if you can see them. Hold up. Can you see the bird footprints?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm showing you the footprints.
Yeah, I can see them. Those
See
are
bird.
big. How big
So
are
what
they?
he's trying to do is get it so that an orchardist is able to predict how big his crop is going to be. So he's doing a fruit counting app, but he's found that because the fruit hangs down under the vine, it's very difficult to see. You can take pictures of the flowers before the leaves cover them and try and count the flowers, but it's very difficult to see where the fruit is. So what he's segued into is doing a survey of the vines themselves, so the farmer can see if they cover his canopy completely, or So
have you collated data on previous years? Have you got sort of numbers on yields for previous years?
for us,
Yeah.
we usually get around about 40,000 trays
Okay.
from our orchard on a normal year, on a sort of
Because
break
I'm just
even year.
thinking you could just make an average and then elaborate on that as a rough estimate.
Yes, Callum is like you, Mark. He's a computer guy who wants specifics on everything. So rough estimates is what he's been working on all his life, and he hates it. And that's why he's trying to get the technology to work for him. And
You need to introduce Mark Edworthy to Colum. Be honest, I think Mark would probably be like Colum's dream come true. They would like hit it off automatically. To be honest,
yes,
I honestly
if I could
do.
ever get Callum to ever speak to anybody, Roger, since the first days of doing this, I've been saying, come and speak to this guy. Come and tell this guy about your app. Come and do this. Yes, sometime. I'm very busy. So
I'll tell you what,
he's not very chatty.
you explain Mark Edworthy to him, and I guarantee you he would freaking love Mark Edworthy, dude. Just
Yes,
from
they would get along so well. I know they would. They would.
So before, because we're coming to the end of the hour, before we end this out, I want to kind of give everybody a fill in on what we're going to do next week. Now, the thing of it is we haven't really been able to start talking about like moon phases and stuff like that, and planting recommendations and harvests and stuff. So later on, I want to go back through all that and start doing it. And then I'd also like to like talk about native flowers and you know, like birds and butterflies and bumblebees and fireflies and mushrooms and cool stuff like that, you know.
Ooh.
So, but
We've got a
I'm going to have to do some serious research.
well, you're like in Devon, okay, and I've never been to Devon, but from what I've seen there, if you're walking down the street, I'm pretty sure you've seen at least 5 gardens. Trust me. Like your region of England is like what England is. Everybody sees. If you want to call it a stereotype, you can go ahead and call it that, because that's what it is.
The old green and pleasant land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Devon, and I know that's Devon because I've seen pictures. Just saying.
Yeah.
But before we go, I do want to ask each of you guys if there's to share one thing that you'll be working on in the next week before the next episode. So what about you, Bob Dub? Since you're the one doing the walk around, what's your plans for next week? What's your one thing that you're planning on doing?
Outdoors, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Outdoors thing.
Anything.
Because what I'm actually planning on doing is making videos.
Yeah, there you
That's my happy place. Here we go.
go. Okay. How about you, Mark? What's your plans?
I don't try to make. I try to take each day as it comes. To be fair,
Just one thing.
you did earlier. I did accept your invite on that Lovable project.
Okay.
Oh, you did?
With that.
Oh, Rogers. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I did see something about you and a new server or something.
Yep.
Well, see how things go. See how things go.
Robert, it's your turn. What are you planning on doing? One thing that you're planning on doing in
I am. Well, thinking of different things that you can use for plants, keep up with technology of farming and all that. There's drones and ways of insect repellent. They got things where it locates mosquitoes and hits it with the lasers. Laser guiding.
So you're going to do more. You're going to do some research.
Yeah.
and I
Part of it.
I said I just said one thing. I just said one thing, Wild Man. Hold on now, because we're coming to the end of the hour. Now, before we go, there is one thing that I want to do. I want to put. I want to. Let's help call him out. If anybody wants to order any kind of fruits and stuff from him, does he have like a professional company address where they can contact him, Bob Dub, and get in touch with him to maybe get orders of kiwi and stuff like that from him?
Roger, the thing is that the way the laws are in New Zealand, it's almost impossible to be able to afford the licenses to pack and sell your own fruit. And it's almost impossible to be able to run something as big as this as an organic thing. One of the things that broke my heart when I came here was that nothing is done organically. Everything is about poisons and fertilizers and commercial farming. This whole thing that you're seeing here, this whole 4.5 hectares, is all leased to a pack house. And we just get a portion of the profit. So the short answer is, unfortunately and very sadly, no. All of this is commercial.
You're not a distributor per se.
No, don't have a license. Need a huge, big license, a few $1,000s worth of license for me to be able to pick fruit off a plant and put it in a box and post it.
So since Column does get a percentage of it, would you want to share what the pack house's name is so that people can
the name of the pack house is Hume, Hume.
Okay,
Hume.
Okay.
I think it's a family business.
I presume that they would have supermarket contracts already if they're a very large organisation.
Okay, so
the organisation that handles all the marketing of all the fruit in New Zealand is called Zespri. If you want to look it up, it's a very, very interesting cooperative.
Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and give our socials so that people know how to get in touch with us. So we'll start with you, Bob Dub, since you are the star of the show today. How can people get in touch with you?
I am on Minds.com as Bob Dub, and I have 2 video channels on YouTube. One is called Bob Dub, and the other is called Sloppy Joe Videos, all one word. You can also find me on MintMe if you want to. Not there, but I've forgotten.
That's perfectly fine. So
sorry.
That's perfectly fine. You're walking a little too far away too. You're on there, so turn around and go back towards your antenna.
I'm carrying the antenna with me.
Oh, you got it. Cool. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to Mark Edworthy. Mark Edworthy.
Okay. Yeah, just simply on minds.com and the username Medworthy.
Okay, so with me, you can find me at Roger_Hanson at minds.com, as well as on as well as our group on no, we don't have a group on Minds, do we, for Earth? But
no.
But anyhow, you can find me also on X, Roger Hanson at ROGLOL1973. If you want to talk to the wild man Robert Hanson, you can find him at those locations as well. I'm also on Element Matrix at the Quantum Gathering, Infinite Imaginarium, and Roger's Hangout, so you can find us there as well. If you like this show, please like, subscribe, share, make comments, give feedback in the comment section. It's cool to talk in the chat section, but the comment section is very important. It helps the platform. It helps the platform with algorithms. It shows that this is an active channel. So leave a comment down in the comment section so that we can get some cool comments and answer back. We're tired of talking to bots. So thanks for watching, and we will talk to you guys later.